I want to first set the context for this resolution and first of all acknowledge that this is really, I think today what we're doing is providing a well-balanced package that I think will for sure begin the work that we are taking on to respond to this global pandemic. And so as we spoke about particular items in the consent calendar that are to respond to this crisis, this particular resolution is also, in my opinion, tied to this overall response. And so what I have presented before you is a resolution calling for the Council to exercise immediate spending restraint for operating budget items unrelated to the public health and safety needs associated with the COVID-19 or the economic recovery efforts associated with the worldwide pandemic that has severely impacted the lives of our county residents and businesses. I do want to thank all my colleagues for all of their work and attention to this issue. Specifically, I want to thank the co-sponsors of the resolution, Councilmembers Friedson, Albornoz, Rice, Hucker, and Reamer. I can't repeat this enough. We are living in extremely unusual times. This is no time for business as usual. The operating budget that was transmitted to the Council by County Executive Elrich on March 16th is clearly not sustainable given the magnitude of the COVID-19 pandemic we are facing today and for the foreseeable future. I understand, of course, that the budget was designed at a time when County Executive and staff had no idea of the magnitude of the crises coming at us, and I appreciate County Executive Elrich's letter that we received, I believe, yesterday, really, setting the tone for this particular issue regarding the FY21 budget. And I wanted to also express my appreciation to Rich Madalino, the Director of the Office of Management and Budget, for the collaboration as well. Well, we have no idea what our normal will look like at this point. We know that county resources must be laser focused on the health and welfare of our residents and our economic recovery efforts. This resolution simply calls for council staff to prepare budget options for funding that would maintain the same level of service for Montgomery County departments as approved by the council for fiscal year 2020. The idea is for us to be able to consider different scenarios. It also recommends maintenance of ESSER funding levels for Montgomery County Public Schools and Montgomery College. This resolution provides flexibility to the council to reevaluate resources and spending after the COVID-19 pandemic concludes. Considering this unprecedented global pandemic and the national state of emergency, it is absolutely critical for us as a council to move expeditiously to provide continuity of government operations and approve an operating budget for Montgomery County residents that provides additional flexibility for recovery efforts. Our discipline in building the county's fiscal reserves will serve us well in the short term as we provide assistance to our community members, but we also must make the right decisions now to ensure our collective fiscal future. I want to highlight that, and I think it has been written in some places, that I hear people talking here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, wonderful. I want to highlight that, my impetus for this particular resolution at this moment in time really is based on the experience of the Great Recession, the global recession, and I joined the council in the summer of 2009 and really had to very quickly roll up my sleeves to confront this particular recession. I know that Councilmember Rice and Reamer joined shortly thereafter, and it was just one difficult decision right after the other, including progressive furloughs, including restructuring benefits for our employees, including rebasing the school system's budget. I mean, it was a very difficult time and things were changing very quickly. So I just want to share that part of the impetus for us, I think, to be able to signal early on and begin to work on this approach is, in my opinion, a very important and necessary step as we, again, try to navigate these uncertain times. Finally, I do want to shout out all the medical and safety and security personnel in the front lines working hard on our behalf at great risk to themselves and their families. everyone who is right now rolling up their sleeves to provide support to the most vulnerable and to helping us navigate this particular uncertain time. So I will only read the action clause of the resolution, and it basically says that the council directs staff to develop viable options to streamline our budget process so that for FY21, the council may adopt an aggregate operating budget for our departments and agencies that reflects the continuation of the services provided at the same level as FY 2020. These viable options must include funding the operating budget at the County Board of Education and Montgomery College at the required maintenance of effort level, and should avoid funding any new programs unrelated to relief for county residents and businesses from the COVID-19 viral disease pandemic. These viable options should include flexibility for possible future appropriations. A, to assist county residents and businesses to recover from the COVID-19 viral disease pandemic, and B, to provide additional resources for other county programs and employee wage and benefit enhancements, if available, after the crisis is over. So once again, I want to thank all my colleagues for their great work. And again, to the public, I think it's important to continue to highlight that we are not in a position right now that this is not about cutting services or trying to somehow keep resources from the public to respond to this pandemic. What it is that we are providing and exercising restraint so that we can rely hopefully on the federal and state dollars that will come our way to assist us on our reserves, and of course to strategically direct resources to respond to the pandemic. So in my opinion, is the opposite. What we're doing is redirecting, responding, and being proactive. Thank you, Mr. President.